Hi, I'm Christian Lee Hutson. I'm at Amoeba Records in Hollywood, California, and here's what's in my bag.
What makes you so sure you want me back? I remember how it felt, and nothing ever could compete with that. But I can give you something else.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull stuff out at random. Avatar, The Last Airbender, the complete series.
You have opened the chakra of truth.
Everything is connected.
That's right.
I love this show. This show has a lot of good wisdom to live by, I think. It's a good, like, Bible of a show.
You must actively shape your own destiny and the destiny of the world.
You can get, like, very stoned and just be like, yes, this is the perfect advice for, you know how people use like The Godfather or something like that? I feel like in my household we use Avatar to guide us through whatever our problems are at the time.
It's time for you to look inward and begin asking yourself the big questions.
Avatar: The Last Airbender, not the Netflix series, not the M. Night Shyamalan movie. There's one copy that is no longer going to be here after today. Gia Margaret, Romantic Piano. Gia is a friend of mine who has made, this is her like second, I don't know if she'd call it like an ambient record, but it's like instrumental music, just her solo playing piano. When I was at Thanksgiving, my girlfriend's brother told me that one of the songs is massive on TikTok. The first song on the record, Hinoki Wood, which is a beautiful, beautiful song. She is amazing. Deeply spiritual choices right here, I think. Highly recommend. This and her other record, Mia Gargret, which is her first ambient record. The Kinks. This one's called Kronikles. I've never heard of it, but it's got a bunch of amazing Kinks hits on it. I mean, to write a song like Waterloo Sunset.
As long as I gaze on Waterloo sunset, I am in paradise.
The Kinks is one of my favorite bands. I feel like every time I bring this up, everyone argues with me, but I'm like, I don't understand why they're not revered in the same way that the Beatles are, because they have like hit after hit after hit after hit.
In the summertime, Victoria.
And all of them, I feel like you're like, who is that band that sings that song? And it's always the fucking Kinks. I have the movie Shortcuts, Robert Altman film based on a bunch of Raymond Carver short stories. This is my favorite, one of my favorite Robert Altman movies. I love Raymond Carver. Tom Waits is in this. It's like a crazy cast.
Virtual reality is practically totally real.
I can't quit smoking when I got a lot of other stuff going on.
How come you don't wear your wedding ring to work anymore?
Oh, you're such a bullshit artist.
You're the one chipping away at our mansion of love, baby.
Just fucking epic.
Yeah, wasn't it?
At least for a while, you couldn't, it's not anywhere on streaming. So I feel like the first time that I saw it, I had to come down to Amoeba and buy an old DVD copy of it that came with a little Raymond Carver, like a book as well, that was all the short stories that they use in the film.
How many clowns can you fit in this car, man?
Why'd you take my phone number?
Well, you never know when you might need the services of a clown, man.
All right, what else we got? Paul Westerberg solo record, Suicaine Gratification. I always think it's Suicaine Gratification, but it's Gratification. I'm a huge Replacements fan. This is my favorite collection of Paul Westerberg's songs. It's like some moody kind of ballads, and then there's like songs that I feel like would have made epic Replacement songs at a time in his life where it seemed like he maybe was like, I don't fucking know, I'm gonna give up maybe. But because of that, I feel like every song on this record is perfect.
I shot an actor in the street.
On the song Tears Rolling Up Our Sleeves, there's like an insane organ part or synth part that is like, I've tried for years to figure out what the fuck is actually going on. I have no idea.
Got tears rolling up our sleeves.
This is Maya Hawke's new record that I produced.
I love you, I promise. I'm sorry, I want you. I love you, I promise. I'm sorry.
Maya is an amazing songwriter, and we made this record a couple years ago. We wrote a lot of the record together, and I really like the opening track, Black Ice, a lot.
If I do it right when you can do it yourself and give up.
That was one we wrote together. Missing Out is an amazing pop song about being kind of a degen going back to college. Highly recommend this record.
Missing out, missing out, missing out. Missing out, missing out.
This I just saw as we were about to start. Lost in America, the Albert Brooks movie.
You'll get the promotion, we'll move into the new house, and we'll be happy.
I was on the road to nowhere. You have to see the mountains and the prairies and the whole rest of that song.
A very funny movie about basically like a couple who gets tired of the rat race and they decide they're gonna buy an RV and like spend their lives traveling across the country. And so they leave LA.
Vegas, here we go! If Liberace had children, this would be their room.
Before it all falls apart.
I've come here to live. I'm trying to change my life.
Couldn't change your life on $100,000.
It's like a depressing adult version of Vacation or something.
We found ourselves, boy, did we find ourselves in the middle of nowhere with nothing!
And then this was another Paul Westerberg thing, the Replacements record, Don't Tell a Soul.
You leave me for a while, and I'll be you. Hey!
This is, I feel like, an underrated Replacements record. There was like a box set a few years ago that was amazing that had like all these other different versions of songs. I guess they had like recorded it with several different people and abandoned those recordings.
'Cause we know the night could fall at any time.
And then there were live versions.
Thought about, not understood, she's aching to me.
Also another thing I think that came out by them this year, they did like a remastered and remixed Tim box set where they took all of this funny reverb and crazy stuff off of the record and you could hear the songs really well. Tim is one of my favorite records as well, and I highly recommend checking out the original version, but then also, maybe unpopular opinion, I feel like the remixed version of Tim is incredible.
That Tim remix is a little controversial. Like some people really like it or they really think it's blasphemous that it's out there.
I think they don't want to say that because people like the vibe of the Replacements choosing the shittier version of something. I like the guy's songs so much that I'm like, it's fucking awesome when you can hear them.
Here comes a regular. Am I the only one here today?
It's a hilarious testament to a self-sabotaging band that like they have like this perfect like pop record essentially that they were like, let's put a bunch of fucking reverb on there and all this shit. Both of them sound great. That's all my stuff.
Very well done.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah.
Everything is different now.
Amoeba.